Hello everyone. So this is the next part of my tutorial, okay, part 2. So here I will discuss how to add two datasets in xmgrace. Okay, so I stated the problem here. So we have two datasets with same x. Okay, we have to find the sum of y's of the datasets and place it in a new dataset with x values as the same as the two datasets. Okay, so we will need two datasets. It should not necessarily be a very complex dataset. You can create two simple xy data files quickly, and that will suffice in this example. Okay, and you might need a parameter file, which is not necessary in this video, but it's extremely useful while you are working with xmgrace. If you don't know how to create a parameter file, look at my first video, it's explained there. And now I'll explain this summing two datasets in two parts, making use of two tools in xmgrace. Okay, so first summing with evaluate expression, and second summing with xmgrace command line, which is pretty cool. So personally I use command line a lot, and if you get the hang of it, you'll see the power, you will see the things that it can do. And I'll start off by adding the two sets. It also serves as an introduction to the command line, using command line. Alright, okay, so fire up your terminal and type in xmgrace and call two datasets here. In my case it's data3.dat, data2.dat and data3.dat. Okay, with the parameter file plot 23.var. So I have the plot23.var file with me. So if you don't have this par file, parameter file, you can skip from here. Just use these two datasets to open up the xmgrace. Alright, so we press enter and xmgrace will open up with the parameters I use in the plot 23.var. So as you can see, there are two datasets, two plots here. So we will have a look at them by double clicking on it, and then this set appearance window will pop up. We will double click on it to see the sets. Okay, so these are the two sets that we have, and then we will start summing these two y values in these two sets. Okay, so we go to data, transformations, and then evaluate expression. We click on S0. Okay, it tells to use the x values of x0. Okay, now what will be the next set? We have S0, S1, and then S2.y, which means the y of S2 equals S0.y plus S1.y. Remember the syntax, S2.y, which tells the xmgrace it's the y-axis of S2 is given by S0.y plus S1.y, which we need. We press apply, and as you can see, the S2 set pops up and it's being plotted as the green curve in the xmgrace. So we'll have a look at what S2 looks like. So we have the same x in the both in the three sets, and the y-axis are being summed. Okay, 1 plus 1 2, 4 plus 2 6, 9 plus 9 18, and so on. Okay, so now as always we will label our graph. In this case S2, we label it as sum. Okay, so remember it, double click, graph set appearance will pop up, click on the S2, and then the string session type in what you need, click apply, and then the label will pop up. Okay, always remember to save your work. Okay, it's extremely important. So I'll show you how to do it. I had already shown you in the first video, but for newcomers, just save as, and then xmgrace will save your all your work in an AGR file. So you have to type in the file name here with an extension .agr and press OK. I'm not going to save it now, but you can do it. Okay. So I'm going to show you the next method to do the sum with the command line. So I close it. Okay. And then I invoke it again. The same command that we typed in the terminal. And now, be careful, window commands. So this is the command line interface of xmgrace. So this is where you so in this box is where you type in the commands for the xmgrace. So as we usually do, we will check what all are the data files that we have. We have 2 data files. Okay, now we are going to create the third data file with the sum in it. So the first command is to create the third data file, which is named as s2. Okay, so s2 length. Okay, s0 dot length. This means we are creating a null set s2 with the same length as s0. Okay, so click enter, nothing happens. It's normal. I'll explain you why. s2.x, which means the x value of s2, the syntax is similar as before, is let's say it is s0.x. Okay, nothing happens again. And then we do s2.y equals s0.y plus s1.y. Okay, nothing happens once again. So you want to see s2. Alright, so we do a command update or s2 pops up, but there is no curve. We just tell xmgrace to draw the command, draw the sets, redraw. So it's been drawn the same way as before. So as usual, we name it s2, which is the sum. Apply, and then we save our work. Okay, so to summarize, what I did today is first we invoke xmgrace data2.dat, data3.dat with the parameter file. If you don't have the parameter file, you can leave this section. Okay, and the first method using evaluate expression. So data will go to the tab data, transformations, and evaluate expression. The next step, we select the source as 0 in this case. In the next step, we will use the formula column and then type in the command s2.y equals s0.y plus s1.y. We click apply, and then we will have s2, which is the solution to our problem. Okay, next we use the next method as command line. We close the xmgrace, we invoke the same command here, and then we go to window commands. Okay, we create a s2 null set with the command s2 length s0 dot length. Okay, and in the next step we will tell xmgrace to use the x value of s0 as same as s2. Okay, I mean the x values of x0 will be put to s2. And now in the command line you can separate 2 commands by using a colon. I had not demonstrated it earlier, but you can try it in the command line. So you don't have to press enter all the time. If 2 commands are short enough, you can type it in one line. Okay, so in this case we separate the first command with the semicolon, and then the next command s2.y equals s0.y plus s1.y. So the result will be x the same as s0 and y is the sum of S0 and S1. We'll do an update all and read row. If you don't do it, xmgrace will not update the new dataset created. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, so that ends the discussion here. If you have any suggestions to improve the presentation, or if you have some topics in your mind that you'd like to see as a video representation, let me know. I'll do it in the comments. Okay, so it ends the session here. Have a good day. See you.